Hello everyone, I Shilpa Bhandari, faculty of MBA department from Technia Institute of Advanced Studies. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the topic tax efficient compensation package. So it is generally observed that in the first quarter of a new financial year, many employers decide the salary of their employees for the upcoming financial year, and that too on the basis of the performance appraisal of the last year. So in many cases, employees are given the flexibility to structure different components of their salary within the broad contours of the company's compensation policy. The employees are allowed to structure the salary as per their financial goals, personal requirements, and the requirement for the retirement corpus. So such structuring of the salary has a consequent bearing on the taxable salary income and the net take-home pay of the employees. So hence, it is important that the employees are aware about the provision of the Income Tax Act 1961. Also, the Read with Income Tax Rules 1962, which states the rules for some commonly used components like house rent allowance, that's the HRA. Employees staying in a rented accommodation can claim the exemption from HRA in their salary structure. So the tax exempt amount is least of the actual HRA received, or 50% of the basic salary, or the rent paid, that's the 10% of the basic salary. So the exemption is subject to the verification of the prescribed supporting documents, say for example the lease deed, the rent receipt and so on, to be finished by an employee, says Parsidat Sirwala, the partner and the head Global Mobility Services Tax KPMG in India. So the next one is the leave travel allowance, that's the LTA. So exemption can be claimed against the LTA for the amount spent by the employees on the personal travel within the India for himself or herself and specified family members. This exemption is subject to prescribed limits depending upon the mode of transport like the air travel or the road, and can only be claimed twice in a block for 4 calendar years. That the current block is from the 2014 to 2017, say for an example, and the HRA, the employees are required to finish the prescribed documents in the support of the cost of travel. Next component is the medical reimbursement. So an employee can claim a tax-free reimbursement up to Rs 15,000 per annum by furnishing the proofs of the medical expenditure incurred by himself or herself and specified family members. Next component is the conveyance allowance. The conveyance allowance of Rs 1,600 per month can be claimed as the exempt without furnishing any of the supporting proofs. Next component, that's the food coupons. The meal vouchers provided by the employer which are not transferable and usable only at eating joints up to Rs 50 per meal are not taxable in the employee's hand. Next component, that's the National Pension System, that's the NPS. The employer's contribution to this NPS is exempt up to 10% of the basic salary without any upper limit. So the employee's own contribution of up to Rs 50,000 is eligible for the deduction against any taxable income over and above the limit of Rs 1,50,000 under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act. And the other tax efficient reimbursements are like the telephone reimbursements towards the mobile and the landline telephone connections can be structured as a component in the salary structure. So usually this is based on the actual bill amount and is required to be within a reasonable limit prescribed by the employer. So there could be various other components like the car, professional pursuits and so on, which can be structured in the compensation structure. So here we are done with this lecture. I hope you all understood it. Thank you.